Good morning, Year 3. Today is Tuesday, the 2nd of February, and we are about to look at our second lesson, English lesson of the week. So our objective today is to think about the feelings of a character from a music video. I thought we would have a bit of fun and watch a very dramatic music video. I hope you like the music. I hope you enjoy the actual video itself. And most importantly, we are going to think about what could be happening in that video using our inference skills to imagine and come up with ideas. So it's going to be a really exciting lesson today. Before we get started, I am going to ask you to think about sentence types again. So if I just move on to the next screen, if we look at the teaching slides, I'm going to ask you to go back to Oak Academy and do that final lesson on sentence types. This is a recap of complex sentences. It's very similar to the lesson yesterday, but with it just gives you another opportunity to practice those complex sentences and thinking about the subordinate clauses. So do that, please. When you've done that, come back to the teaching slides, take a look at what's next. You'll see, if I move to the next slide, I'm asking you to either just go to the literacy shed, or even better, if you can, to click on the link. There is a link here to the music video shed, which is part of the Literacy Shed website, and it's on here that you will be able to access. I'll see if I click it. So I'm just looking because I think if I go to here, you can't see this at the moment. I'm just bringing something across. Okay, so if you go to Literacy Shed and look at the music video shed, you will come across these brilliant teaching resources which are made up of videos and getting you to think about what you can see and what you can hear. So make sure, if we just go back up to the top, one moment, ignore the first one and the second one, and make sure you go to this one here. So you can see it doesn't actually have a title. Click on it and hopefully you will get this. It is a really cool video and will give you lots to think about. I'll just stop it so we can talk about what you're going to be thinking about. Okay. So, coming back to the teaching slides, I would like you to be thinking about this character, this girl here, and what it is she's running from, why you think she's running, what happens to her. And the first job I would like you to do with that is to think about some ED words, words ending in ED. These are one of the ways that we start our sentences. You'll remember I-spaced. We have it up on display in our classroom, and it's a way of starting our sentences in different ways. So if we can use an ED word, it's just an exciting way of doing that. So to get you thinking, I would like you to make a list of ED words as you watch just the first, probably, oops, it's gone. Okay, got my screen back now. So what I'd like you to do is to come up with ED words. So these are verbs that will describe what you think her feelings are. So I came up with some words like worried, startled, scared. There are loads more. Find these words, these verbs ending in ED, and make a list of them. Come up with, I don't know, 6 of them, maybe 6 words. When you've done that, take a look at what I want you to do with those words. So if we move to the next teaching slide, I'm going to ask you to come up with a 3 ED sentence. So this is where we're going to use a list of 3 of those ED words. Using a comma in between is just a great way of making an impact with your sentences. So for example, I've come up with confused, comma, stunned, comma, amazed, comma, Jenny realised that her long-lost cat had returned back home. Obviously, that's not in the context of the video. And that, because the reason I did that was because I didn't want to give you too many ideas for ED words. I want you to try and come up with some of your own. The second one is also not from the video. Excited, thrilled, flattered. She accepted her gold medal from the judge. The third example I've given you, though, that is to do with the video. So if I just scroll down here, I've used frightened, terrified, exhausted. She ran from the creatures. Have a go at doing your own. You might want to do maybe 2 or 3 sentences using different ED words at the beginning. Okay? Next job is for you to go back to the video. So once you've seen it through once and you've done your ED words, go back and watch it again. Only get ready with the pause button. I'm going to ask you to look at the questions on this sheet. So I've put this sheet together with questions in red. You will see I'm asking you to stop at various points throughout the video. So to begin with, at the time interval of 4 seconds in, just pause it, read the question. What is she running from and why is she running? I've given you some lines here to put your answers. There's no right or wrong, really, as long as you are thinking in the context of the film. If you suddenly turned around and said, oh, well, I think she's running from aliens from outer space, that's probably not going to be a good inference because it's not really in context with the forest and those wolves or dogs that are chasing her and her normal clothes and the fairly typical normal setting that it's in as well. So have a think, come up with your answers, but like I say, I haven't included an answer sheet for this for the reason that it's about your ideas. You could come up with something that is completely different to what somebody else would come up with, and that's brilliant because what I want you to do is to just justify why you think that. So if you're going to say, what is she running from? Tell me why you think she's running from it. What thoughts are running through her head? Tell me why you think that. So just keep giving me your reasons and explanations, okay? Right, enjoy it and enjoy the music. It's a pretty good song, I think, and it's quite nice sometimes to watch these videos and think what the story is behind that video. Okay, enjoy that, get the questions answered, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, everyone.